players. So as we know, the COVID cases are running rapid, honey. This Omicron variant is contagious and it is showing us that it's not going to let up. So many states are trying to figure out how they're going to handle this thing and how they're going to keep this under control. But then there's Florida. So if you remember, I told you guys that Ron DeSantis was missing for a couple of weeks in Florida. He was posting old pictures trying to make it seem like he was somewhere he wasn't. And his press secretary had no real explanation for where he had been. But the day before New Year's Eve, Fox News ran a story and said that he was taking care of his wife, whom we know is battling breast cancer. So mostly everyone was inclined to accept that as a reason for his absence. No one is going to shame him for taking care of his family. But then on New Year's Eve, this happened. Ron DeSantis and his wife showed up at a concert with thousands of people, and neither one of them were wearing a mask. Now, I'm not one to shame someone who has cancer, but I know when I go out, I wear a fucking mask and I social distance where possible, and I'm definitely not going to a concert while undergoing chemotherapy. But you know, to each his own. So while Ron DeSantis was MIA, Nicki posted on Twitter that there was thousands of COVID-19 tests sitting in a warehouse. And these tests was about to expire, honey, so she wanted to find out what they was gonna do. But Ron DeSantis never addressed the situation. And then his Surgeon General comes out and says this.
We need to unwind this testing sort of planning and living one's life around testing. Without it, we're going to be sort of stuck in the same cycle.
So the Surgeon General stands behind a podium that says early treatment saves lives and basically says we need to stop testing so much. And I guess he put his plan into action because Floridians have been waiting in line for hours for a COVID-19 test. Oh, yes, honey. Lines be wrapped around the corner trying to get a COVID-19 test. So many Floridians are giving this situation the side eye. The federal government has provided thousands of rapid tests, and people are still having to wait in long lines, and the Surgeon General is saying they need to stop testing so much. So today, Ron DeSantis was asked about these expiring COVID-19 tests.
Accusing you of stockpiling COVID tests that were expiring soon. Is there any truth to that? Can you speak to that?
Kevin can talk about what they have at DEM.
We had between 800,000 and 1 million test kits, Abbott rapid test kits, in our warehouse that did expire.
Hundreds of Floridians wait in line for testing so that if positive, they can start the early treatment that you say saves lives. But you let 1 million COVID tests expire. Now you know why we